watching how AI has poisoned not only the environment, but our social lives, how it's poisoned our education, there are literal psychotic episodes, mental issues that people are having.
The taxpayer wouldn't do it if it wasn't the long-term outcome.
The taxpayer has no choice. The taxpayer has no choice.
They do have a choice. They can say no. That's not what happened.
Well, they tried to say no to this data center, and they got laughed at, and then the governor, Spencer Cox of Utah, said that the state has an obligation to...
On Monday, hundreds of angry residents came out to express their opposition to Kevin O'Leary's proposed data center in Box Elder County, Utah, only to be told commissioners weren't taking comments.
Why won't they let people talk? Why won't they let us ask questions?
Consumers and businesses are going to generate twice as much data in the next 5 years as they did in the previous 10.
They say that it's nonpartisan.
They were billed $147,000 in retroactive charges with no penalties. Why no penalties? Because, quote unquote, they need to maintain partnership with their largest customer.
Yet the bottom line...
You've effectively legalized their criminality.
One small town voted to prevent an AI data center from being built, but construction went ahead anyway.
Who does it serve if not the people?
No better place to live than out here, man.
Pastor Greg Jones loves this home that he bought 7 years ago. Now, along with everyone else living in Meadowland Village, he's being forced to move.
The agency didn't even know if they had clear authority over what was going on.
Why would taxpayers be required, as they now are, to subsidize this?
They don't. They don't necessarily have to do that. They just won't win any contracts. It's a competition.
After construction started, all of that changed here in Beaver Dam. The creek began to stop flowing entirely. Without rainfall, it would abruptly return, often cloudy and opaque like milk, with enough force to cause drastic erosion and damage.
Because as elected officials, we are tasked with sometimes making very difficult decisions. And some decisions are not going to be popular with some of the residents. And this is one of those decisions. So, but at the end of the day, the decision has to be in accordance with the law.
But what do I know? This is all just pure speculation.
Dust from the construction covers my yard. My grass is white. And I'm one.
This is our cold water pressure in the kitchen. This is where I fill up water for storage. Those are the things we have to fill up to flush the toilets.
So you can see the sediment from the data center. Wow, and that's just from the water coming out of your faucet.
Yeah, and this is what's in all the pipes.
Just the well itself is probably $20,000.
But why, if it's such a good business, would you be asking taxpayers to help pay for it without giving them equity in the company? Are you giving taxpayers shares?
No, the investors get the shares, but here's why they would do it.
But why would the taxpayers have to? I mean, in other words, if you want to start a business, but why am I, as a taxpayer, forced to pay for your business? I don't get it.
Well, let's forget about data centers. Let's go any manufacturing. Let's say you're going to...
If it's my way, I'll stay and hold and feed a nation. 26 million doesn't mean anything.